Okay, first question in the structured part. First question based on biomolecule lesson. Right, it is easy. Second question based on first question. Second part was thermochemistry. No. Yes, thermochemistry. Rewrite the balance equation. Draw the energy diagram. Yes. Name the chemical compound. Yes. This is a thermochemistry question. And second one very easy. It is based on measurement lesson. How about third structured disease? Third structure is a define the specific latent heat of fusion of ice. State its units. Yeah. Now it is asking about the experiment, but still you don't fourth and fifth mean Joel. Essay part. In third question, yes. Yeah, that is based on experiments, practicals අපි තාම කරලා නැහැ. I given this question to you can understand if you know in lesson, if you know everything in lesson, theory lessons, still you can't understand if you can't answer some questions. Therefore, immediately we have to start practical sessions. I hope to start after complete electricity lesson. We can start practicals. Okay, however, I hope to give you this. If you write some acceptable answer, I will give you marks for this third question. But other questions you have to answer on point. You have to answer in point. No excuse. You have excuse only for third question, fourth and fifth parts. Okay, other questions you can manage. Okay, let's start MCQ questions. MCQ questions very easy. Okay, Balamu, I will give you marks before next week. And how about your grade? Okay, let's start. Question number 1. An object of mass 200 kilogram. All those questions based on first lesson. No any other lessons. Therefore, I hope to complete I hope to discuss every parts and revise every parts and all short method in first lesson and complete all works in first lesson and complete this lesson. Then it is very easy to continue from next week. Okay, first question. An object of mass 200 kilogram is an accelerating with 2.5 meters per square second acceleration. The unbalanced force, can you send me another name for unbalanced force? Optional name for unbalanced force? වෙන නමක් කියන්න. උදාහරණයක් දෙහිනි. Yeah, it's resultant force කියලා කියනවා. Good. Resultant force or net force. Both all are same. Net force. Okay. Now 2 kilogram object. Think this is the object. 2 kilogram object. Sorry, not 2 kilogram. 200 kilogram, right? 200 kilogram object is an accelerate with 2.5 meters per square second. If it is accelerating what is the Newton's law? Newton के key वेनी नियम है. Rehlan, what's the Newton's law based on this motion? What's the Newton's law? Very good, Newton's second law, because it is accelerating. What is the Newton's first law? If any object no any unbalanced force, that means object balance. No any unbalanced force mean object already balanced. Rest object rest, and moving objects moving with uniform velocity. That's the Newton's first law. The Newton's first law mainly described about balance object. Balance object. Then balance object always rest or moving with uniform velocity. That's the point. Itu rest එකේ තියෙන එකක් ගත්තත් uniform velocity object එකක් ගත්තත් they are balanced. That's the Newton's first law. The Newton's second law explained if any object unbalanced, it's accelerating. Just now this object accelerating. If any object unbalanced, it's accelerating. This unbalanced force directly proportional to the if any object unbalanced, it's accelerating. This acceleration directly proportional to the unbalanced force and inversely proportional to the mass. Okay, this is a relationship. This is Newton's second law. If any object unbalanced, that means it has unbalanced force or resultant force. If any object unbalanced, it's accelerating. Yes, now this object accelerating. If it is accelerating, it's unbalanced. That's correct. If it is accelerate, it's unbalanced. It has a resultant force. The resultant force is us. Then what is the Newton's law? Newton's second law. What is the equation based on Newton's second law? F equal ma. F equal ma is the equation. I'm going to explain very basic level. If you don't have basic theory knowledge in first lesson, you can understand. I'm going to explain very basic level to more advanced questions this paper. Okay, what is the meaning of F? What's the name of the F? What is the F name? Dihidi. What is the F name? F equal ma, Newton's second law equation. What's the name of the F? Good. F mean unbalanced force. F unbalanced force. If it is unbalanced force, now the question has unbalanced force. Okay. Then mass. What is the mass? The object mass 200 kilogram. 200 kilogram. How about the acceleration? Acceleration 2.5 meters per square second. 2.5 meters per square second, ms minus 2. Okay, 200 into 2.5. 200 into 2, it is 400. 0.5 mean 100, it is 500. Then what is the unbalanced force? 500 Newton, answer number 3. Question number 1, answer number 3. What is the theory? What is the theory? Newton's second law. Newton's second law is the theory. Okay. Please get your explanation books. As I explained previously last week, you have to maintain your explanation book and write down the exam number 2, question number 1. This is the full answer. I use Newton's second law equation, F equal NA. F unbalanced force, the question asks unbalanced force. Then I got ma, mass into acceleration. Mass into acceleration. Question number 2. The student opens a tap by applying a force as shown in the figure. The total moment of the force. Okay, what is this? What is the name of these two forces? We call as a special name. What is this? The rotation of water tap. What is this? Samya, how we call this? How we called it? Two forces acting along opposite direction and same magnitude. Two lines. What is the name? Samya? Very good. It is couple of force. Couple of force. How to define? Two forces. Yes, we discussed in theory lesson. Theory revised part. Two forces acting along opposite direction. Same in magnitude. 2 Newton, 2 Newton. 2 Newton, 2 Newton. Same magnitude, opposite direction, and act along two lines. Two lines. If it is two forces acting along opposite direction, acting along one line, acting along same line, it's not a couple of force. It's not a couple of force. It is just two forces acting along opposite direction. Make a force dekak vitarai. That's only two forces. It's only two balanced forces. Two balanced. Now, two forces acting along opposite direction and same magnitude acting along two lines. Lines dekaka thamma thiyenne. That we called as couple of force. This is the definition of couple of force. Couple of force. That's the example for couple of force. Okay, what else? What other examples for couple of force? Yes, the rotation of water tap. What else? We already discussed. The rotation of water tap. What else? Yes, the screwdriver. අපි මෙහෙම rotate කරද්දි screwdriver. Very good. What else? What else? Yes, the steering wheel. Good. Steering wheel. Steering wheel. What else? Couple of forces. Example. Applications. Applications for couple of forces. What else? Yeah, open a lid of bottle. Bottle එක lid එකක් open කරන එක. Yes, they are the examples. They are the examples. Okay, now what is the question? Students open a tap by applying a force as shown in the figure. The total moment of the force is. Okay, now the question asks the moment of couple of force. Moment of couple of force. What is in theory lesson? We discussed what is the equation for moment of couple of force. Okay, what is the equation for moment of force? It is not moment of force. It is moment of couple of force. Now it is a couple of force. Okay, moment of force. What is the equation? Moment of force mean. What's the meaning of the moment of force? The moment of force mean any object ability to rotate around any point. Just think this is a lever. This is a lever. The ability to rotate around this point. The ability. That's a moment of force. What is the equation? Think this is a O point is the rotational point. O point is a rotation of force. The moment of force around O point. What is the equation? Applied force into displacement. Applied force into distance between these perpendicular distance between rotational point and the force acting point. Okay, this is a moment of force equation. This point and force. Distance. The distance between force and rotational point. The force into applied force multiplied by the perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance means always we have to maintain the perpendicular 90-degree angle between this force and distance. Okay, that's a moment of force. The moment of force we discussed several type questions, right, in the upper revised classes. Okay, now this question asks not moment of force, special case, moment of couple of force. What is the equation? Moment of couple of force. Moment of couple of force means it's like this. Two forces acting along opposite direction, if same magnitude. This is the distance between two forces. Now what is the equation? The moment of couple of force, it is equal to applied one force value. Applied force value multiplied by the distance between or perpendicular distance between two forces. Okay, that's the difference. Moment of force mean, what's the moment of force? The moment of force, applied force multiplied by the perpendicular distance between fixed point and the force acting point. This is the equation. This is moment of force. Moment of force mean, what is the definition? The ability of any object to rotate around any point. හරිද? මම මේක කරා මම ආයි කියන්නේ for better understand what's the meaning of couple of force. The couple of force mean the couple of force, two forces acting along opposite direction with same magnitude acting along two lines. That's the meaning of couple of force. A couple of force එකක how we calculate the moment of force of couple of force, applied force multiplied by the perpendicular distance between two points. Sorry, two forces. A perpendicular distance between two forces. Okay, that's a story. Okay, now how to calculate? It is FD matama, F into D. The applied force, it is 2 Newton. 2 Newton, according to water tap example, it is 2 Newton. How about the distance between two forces? It is 0.1 meter. 0.1 meter means 10 centimeter. You have to substitute in meters. 0.1 meter. It is 0.2 Newton meter is the answer. 0.2 Newton meter is the answer. Okay, what is the equation? Please remember these equations. The moment of couple of force equal applied one force value multiplied by the perpendicular distance between two forces. All right, clearly write down. Answer number, what is the answer number? Answer number 4. 0.2. Not 0.4. 0.2. Okay, up to now, any doubt? Send me, drop message. Who correct both questions? Morning exam. Dekam hari kawud. Raise hand. Good Rehla. Good Joel. එච්චරයි දෙහිනි. I can check your answers. Good. Udanya, correct. Sarmya, first one only correct. Okay, that's why you have to remember equations. Couple of force equation you have to keep separately. Moment of couple of force, it's another equation. Always one force value. එක force එකක value එක 2 Newton multiplied by the distance between two forces. It is 0.1 Newton. No any rotational point here, right? No any rotational point. You have to get the distance between two forces. Perpendicular distance. Okay. Answer number 4. When these two forces act on same point, yes, when these two forces mean 12 Newton and 6 Newton, 12 Newton and 6, sorry, 12 Newton and 5 Newton act on same point. Think this is the point. Whatever direction 12 and 5 Newton acting. The direction and magnitude of the result of force. The direction is given, right? The direction is given. Now think this is the point. Both forces act on same point. Same point. This is very important. The direction and magnitude of the result are accurately indicated by. Okay, two forces. 12 Newton act towards the right side direction. 12 Newton act towards the right side direction. This is the acting point. This is the acting point of 12 Newton force. 12 Newton. 12 Newton. 5 Newton act towards the downward direction. This is the acting point of 5 Newton force. The acting points of both forces, it is same point. See, this is same point. This is same point. Okay. Now, the question asking the direction and magnitude of the result force are accurately indicate. Okay, now how about two forces? What is the angle? It is 90 degree, no? Then it is two forces acting along perpendicular directions. In the lesson, I explained 4 result force types. I revised two forces acting along same direction. How to get result force? P and Q. How to get result force? R equal P plus Q. Two forces acting along opposite directions, P and Q. How to get the result force? If it is P greater than Q, it is P minus Q. Two forces acting along perpendicular directions, P and Q. What is the equation? R equal P squared plus Q squared square root. Two forces acting along different angle direction, less than 90 degree angle, P and Q. What is the equation? R equal P squared plus Q squared plus 2PQ cos theta square root. Okay, you have to remember those all equations. P squared plus Q squared plus 2PQ cos theta full square root. They are the magnitude equations. I explained direction equations as well. You can remember. I'm not going to explain again. Okay, now what is the two forces? This 12 Newton and 5 Newton act along perpendicular direction. Then how to get the result force? The magnitude of the result force R equal P squared plus Q squared square root. P squared means 12. 12 squared plus 5 squared square root. 12 squared 144 plus 5 squared 25. 5 plus 4 9, 6 169 square root. What is this? 169 square root. Square root. It is 13. Then what is the magnitude? 13. Magnitude 13. But you have two answers with 13. That's the problem. Yeah. Then you can remove, you can reject all other answers. The answer first one or fourth one. But how to select correct answer? Two answers with correct magnitude. What to do? Udanya, how to select? Two forces acting along opposite perpendicular directions. No? Always I told, if it is at perpendicular directions, yeah, what is the direction? Always there is a force going through between these two forces. It is not possible direction. Always two forces acting between, sorry, resultant force acting between the two forces. Then definitely answer number 1. Okay. Who correct this? Answer number 1. Who correct this? Question number 3. Amina, correct? Good thing. Joel, correct? Direction row. Tanya, are you correct? Question number 3. Yeah, direction. Yeah, direction is not the case, right? Always always P and Q resultant force act between P and Q always. Me and Ben, it's not possible. Now, according to given question, to P and Q forces, this is 12 Newton. This is a 5 Newton. Its direction always between P 12 and 5. Fourth answer, this above direction. It is not possible. Sarmya, correct? Good. Okay. Let's move into question number 4. Question number 4 missing. Question number 5. A uniform rod of mass 3 Newton is subjected to a force of 6 Newton through its center of gravity and forces of 1 Newton and 2 Newton from its two ends as shown in the figure. When this rod is released, it is initially. Okay, first of all, we have to understand these terms. They are very special, very important. A uniform rod. What is the meaning of uniform rod? Uniform rod means like a meter rule. Same diameter, same thickness. That's the meaning of uniform rod. A uniform rod of 3 Newton, mass 3 Newton. Mass mean actual weight. According to given unit, it should be weight. 3 Newton weight is subjected to a force of 6 Newton throughout the center of gravity. Center of gravity mean always if you got uniform rod, uniform rod, it's always center of gravity. That means weight acting point always midpoint. If you got uniform, then make a uniform rod, it's weight acting point. It's not uniform. Is thickness not same? If it is uniform, okay, I will give. Now think this pen is uniform. Now mostly uniform. Me ගොඩක් uniform. Okay. Always weight acting point. Weight acting point එක තමයි මෙයා balance වෙන්නේ. Always weight at acting point of this rod is, it is center. It is center point is a weight acting point. This is a weight acting point. Now it is balanced. No? This is the weight acting point. This is a weight acting point. It's always center. For uniform rod, this type rods, weight acting point is center. 3 Newton and 6 Newton act on weight acting point. That means gravity point. Gravity point is a weight acting point. It is 3 and 6 Newton act on this point. Okay, center of gravity. And 1 Newton and 2 Newton. 1 Newton and 2 Newton. See, 1 Newton and 2 Newton form its two ends as shown in the figure. Left side 1 Newton and right side 2 Newton. Both ends. When this rod is released, if it is released, questions not moving, going up and rotation, going down and rotation, only going down is possible. Okay, what do you think? What do you think? What's the motion type? Okay, first of all, you have to check its resultant force. Okay, now I can see into upward direction, it's 6 Newton only. Upward direction only 6 Newton only. Downward direction 6 plus 2 it is 5 plus 1 it is 6 Newton. Then is there any linear moments? No, it's no linear moments. It's already balanced because resultant force 0. 6 minus 6 0 Newton. It's balanced under not linear motion. It's already balanced actually. It's already balanced. But we have to check. Okay, I'm going to, if it is uniform rod, always this force, this 6 and 3 acting point is a center point. Center point. This is a gravity point, right? This is gravity point is always center. Think it is center. Then always these two direct distance are same. May distance take a same window. These are make a midpoint down. Both sides are same. Okay, now I can check moment of forces. Okay, moment of force I am going to get into this direction. Now there is no moment of forces act by 3 Newton and 6 Newton because there is a rotational point now. I think this is a rotational point. Okay, this is a O. Okay, I am going to get moment of force in clockwise direction. In clockwise direction, it is 2x. In anti-clockwise direction, how about the rotation? How about the moment of force? It is 1x. 1x means x. Now you can see the clockwise moment of force. This is a clockwise moment of force. It is greater than anti-clockwise moment of force. Understood? The clockwise moment of force greater than anti-clockwise moment of force. Therefore, it is always accelerating into මෙයා කැරකි තියෙන්නේ කොහෙටද? Clockwise direction. Clockwise moment of force greater. Therefore, it's no any linear motion. Only rotation, okay. It has only rotation. We can say it is rotate into clockwise direction. It's a very good question, rational question. Okay, any doubt? Dihini? Tanya? Udanya? Any doubt? Question number 5. Question number 5. Any doubt? It's not free. No, it's not go down. How it is going down, Joel? It's resultant force free. 6 to 6 cancel. කොහෙවත් යන්නේ නැහැ මෙයා. It's only rotate. No any linear motion. It's only rotate into clockwise direction. Sarmya, understood? That's a good question. Who correct this question? Or Harid? Tanya? You correct? Dihini? No anyone? Yeah, it's not moving, but it is rotating, right? Hi. Question number 6. Which of the following forces shown the figure below will give the greatest acceleration? Greatest acceleration to an object named M. Yeah, all objects are same mass. That's why M. Same mass. Same mass. That I want to select the force system with greatest acceleration. Greatest acceleration. Greatest acceleration. Okay, to get greatest acceleration, according to Newton's second law, you know acceleration directly proportional to the unbalanced force. That means unbalanced force increasing, that means resultant force increase, the acceleration also getting increase. Okay, then I can find, how about the resultant force of first force system? Two forces acting along opposite direction. How about the resultant force? Ravindran? How about resultant force, first one? How about the resultant force for first one? But I can't understand. Okay, two forces acting along opposite directions. Then how to get the resultant force? Greater force minus lower one. Greater value minus lower value. 4 minus 2 are equal 2 Newton into right side direction. Second one, two forces acting opposite direction, acting along opposite direction. How about the resultant force? මෙයා act වෙන්නේ මේ direction එකට. Resultant force. Sorry. This direction. This direction. Greater value direction. This is the direction. 40 minus 20, it is 20 Newton. How about the resultant force of third force system? 30 minus 20, it is 10 Newton into left side direction. 15 minus 3, it is 12 Newton into this direction, left side direction. Into same direction, how about resultant force for final one? How about resultant force for final force system? 20 and 20 act along opposite direction. Good. It is 0. It's already balanced. Very good. Hurry. Then to get the greatest acceleration, it should have greatest unbalanced force. Answer number 2. Okay. Can anyone send me fifth force system, final force system? What is the value of acceleration? What's the value of acceleration for final force system? Very good. It is no acceleration. It is already balanced object. According to Newton's first law, it is rest or moving with uniform velocity. It is not accelerate. Not accelerate. But other all cases, other all force systems accelerate into left side direction, unbalanced force direction. Made them accelerate when. Okay, question number 7. Oh, sorry. Question number 7. Which of the following are units of momentum? Unit of momentum, not moment of force. That's difference. Momentum. What's the meaning of momentum? Before we discuss units, what's the meaning of momentum? Do you remember in rotational motion we discussed about rotational motion the moment of inertia. In rotational motion, what is the meaning of moment of inertia? I capital I, moment of inertia. The reluctance of any object to change the motion type. The reluctance of any object to change the rotational motion, right? It is same in linear motion. It is momentum. Momentum. In linear motion, it is momentum. Momentum P. Momentum. The reluctance of any object to change the motion type. Think vehicle එකක්. Now vehicles, you already know vehicles. Vehicle speed is not the problem. The brake apply is the problem. Yeah, stop කරන එක තමයි problem එක. අපිට ගන්න පුළුවන් 200 උනා. Any vehicle. We can increase the engine capacity. Can increase the top speed. But the problem is safe braking. The safe braking, the brake always affect this momentum. The momentum means the reluctance to change the motion type. Now think this is a container or whatever heavy vehicle. Think it is moving with 60 kilometers per hour speed, 60 kilometers per hour. 60 kilometers per hour. Now how about think it is 5 tons. 5 tons. Take very small vehicle like a small car with 1,000 kilogram, that's mean 1 ton. moving with 60 kilometers per hour, same speed. Which one easily, okay, the easy we can stop? This one, right? This one we can easily stop by apply brake. Normally this type heavy vehicle, what is the maximum speed? මෙයාලගේ maximum speed එක කොහෙද දාලා තියෙන්නේ? කී වගේ තියෙන්නේ? Normally in normal roads, Ravindra, heavy vehicles like 10 wheels. No, no, no. Normal roads, I must, not highways. Actually speed යන්න බෑ. Joel, මේ වගේ heavy vehicles, what's the maximum speed? It is 40 kilometers per hour is the maximum. පිටිපස්සේ ගහලක් තියෙනවනේ. They have seen 40 kilometers per hour. Yes. What is the reason? The reason is the momentum. The momentum is the reason. You know, there are two main factors affect on this momentum. The momentum mean අපි දැන් මෙහි වගේ move වෙන object එකක් නතර කරන්න එයා දක්වන reluctance එක අකමැත්ත. The reluctance of any object to change the motion type. To change the motion type කියන්නේ මේ වගේ move වෙවි තියෙන එක motion type එක change කරන්න, stop කරන්න, to slow down, to change the motion type, whatever. The reluctance to show. Okay, the reluctance to show to change the motion type. Okay, there are two main factors affect on this momentum. What's the first one? The first one is a mass. Mass, simple. The other one, velocity. Velocity. V. Both directly proportional to P. That means mass increase, momentum increasing. That's why these heavy vehicles, the momentum is greater because M increasing, mass increasing. Velocity increase, yes, to reduce the momentum. That's why they maintain all this 14 kilometers per hour speed. I got the point. මෙයාලා දැන් heavy vehicle එකක් වේගෙන් ගියොත් its momentum is greater because both increasing velocity and mass. I got point. Okay, then what is the equation for momentum? P equal mv, mass into velocity is the equation. Mass into velocity is the equation. Then the question asks unit. What's the unit? Mass kilogram, ms minus 1. Question number 7, answer number 3, kg ms minus 1. Please note down those all important things. Okay, understood. Any doubt? Any doubts up to now? Rehlan? Answer number 3. Okay, let's move into question number 8. A car with a mass of 900 kilograms is moving along a straight line, accelerate from rest to speed 12 meters per second. Yeah, rest mean 0 meters per second to 12 meters per second, right? 12 meters per second within 8 seconds. The force required for this process. Okay, what is the Newton's law? What's the Newton's law? Ravindra, what's the Newton's law? Keyweni law ekada? It's accelerate from rest to 12 meters per second within 8 seconds. Samya, what's the Newton's law for this motion? No, Rehla, it's accelerating. No. It's accelerating. It is very simple. Me. Now you have to remember. Rest that's a point. That's a summary. Rest objects, uniform velocity objects. Uniform velocity object. Uniform velocity object always balance. Okay, balance. Balance all object Newton's first law. Balance endoni. Acceleration, deceleration, all objects unbalanced. Unbalanced mean they have unbalanced horizontal force. Unbalanced. Unbalanced mean they are Newton's second law. That's a final summary. Please note down if you don't know. This Newton's first law. Second law. Note down if you don't know. Now go to the question. It is accelerate, no, see? It's accelerate. A car with mass 900 kilogram moving along straight line, accelerate from rest means 0 meters per second, 12 meters up to 12 meters. Newton's second law mean what is the equation? F equal ma. F equal ma. Now it is accelerating. Now it is accelerating. F equal ma. There is no friction because they're not mentioning, they not have mentioned any friction. Then mass 900. How about acceleration? How to get the acceleration? Delta V divided by time. Velocity difference divided by time. Delta V, velocity difference means final velocity minus initial velocity. Final velocity 12. Initial velocity 0. Divided by 8 seconds. 8 seconds. Then you can get 900 into 12. 900 into 12 divided by 8. What's the answer? It is 3, 2. 900 divided by 2, it is 450. 450 into 3. What's the value? 450 into 3. 1350. Am I correct? $1,350 Newton. That is the required force. Answer number 1. Okay, 8 questions complete. No, 7. Fourth question missing. Then 7 questions completed. Okay, if you have any doubt up to now, you can ask. We got 1 hour. Everything okay? Udanna? Amina? Hari. Let's go to next one. Question number 9. A person of mass 80 kilograms falls to the ground with uniform velocity of 3 meters per second. 3 meters per second. The resultant force act on this person. Yeah, what do you think? A person of mass 80 kilogram. Now they are the rational question. A person of mass 80 kilograms falls to the ground with uniform velocity. Okay, practically think. මොකක් ගන්නද මේ කියන්නේ? What's the case they explained? Joel? Person yeah, Newton's first law. Very good. Now I told now then අපි හිතමු මෙයා වැටෙනවා කියලා කොහේ හරි උඩකින්. Now this is a building. This is a building. Suddenly this person fall down to ground level. Then is it coming uniform velocity or accelerate? Tell me all. Is he fall uniform velocity or accelerate? මෙයා වැටෙයිද uniform velocity එකකින්? Is it uniform velocity or acceleration? Definitely it is gravitational acceleration with height with height it is increasing male ලොකු height එකකින් නම් it's huge acceleration මෙයා වැටෙන්නේ මාර speed එකකින් it's increasing the velocity increasing. Okay, but then now what is explained here? This question explain if this person come to you need to come uniform velocity, definitely he have to use what? Definitely, yeah. What is the reason for this acceleration? The acceleration reason, the weight, the person weight, and air resistance is very low. Air resistance very low. Think air resistance 10 Newton, weight 800 Newton because of mass 80. Yeah, 790 result force into downward direction. He definitely accelerate. Now tell me, now according to this question, he fall down with uniform velocity. Yeah, what is the requirement for uniform velocity? Then what's the requirement? What's the requirement for uniform motion of this person? Yes, air resistance, if we can approximately equal this air resistance into weight, now he can fall down with uniform acceleration. Okay, practically how we can do it? අපි කොහොමද ඒක කරගන්න පුළුවන්? Any method, Joel? Practically how we can utilize? කොහොමද එහෙම වැඩි කරගන්න? Pehla, how we can increase air resistance? Speed out hands. No. Wearing air resistant dress. What is air resistant dress? Now you already know, I explained it. Ravindra, මොකක්ද අපිට කරන්න පුළුවන්? මේ air resistance එක වැඩි කරගත්තා නම් අපිට පුළුවන් the person can fall in uniform velocity. Okay, what we can do for increase air resistance? No, air resistance dress. No, air resistance dress කොහෙවත් නැහැ. Yes, he can use parachute. No? He can use parachute with large surface area. No. Dresses not okay. Dresses he can't use. Okay, he can use parachute. Then parachute, due to this, now he has huge air resistance. Now think approximate 800 Newton air resistance force into upward. Now he can moving with uniform velocity. I got uniform velocity. Now okay. The question explained about this case, but you don't need to understand everything for this question. However, the person, 80 kilogram person, falls to the ground with uniform velocity with 3 meters per second. This is a uniform velocity, same velocity. The result force acting on him. Okay, tell me now, if this person moving with uniform velocity, is he balanced or unbalanced? Balanced or unbalanced? Sarmya? Is he balanced or unbalanced? Yes, very good. Definitely he is balanced. Then Newton's second law, no any resultant force. It's already balanced. The person already balanced, that's why he is coming with uniform velocity, no resultant force. Resultant force 0. Resultant force 0. Okay, raise hand if you correct this question. I think this is a good, easy question. Okay, only 3. I mean, a good, only 4 students. Others? Okay, let's move into question number 10. Two forces named P and Q acting along perpendicular directions. The magnitude of P 10 Newton and the Q makes an angle 60 degree with the resultant force. The magnitude of the Q force, very good question. Okay, first of all, you have to understand this question. Remember, two forces P and Q acting along perpendicular directions. P, I think this is the P force, this is the Q. The magnitude of the P 10 Newton. Clearly, no, bro, you have enough time for this one MCQ question. Approximate, you have 2.5 minutes. This type question, you can get 2.5 minutes, no problem, because theory questions you can remain question time. Okay, spend this time, utilize this time very effectively. Please draw and understand first question. Make a key, don't. First of all, you have to understand. Make a, don't read several times, then you can't understand. So you can draw these questions. You can draw diagram and insert this data into this diagram. Then it is very easy. You can find a method. The magnitude of the phi force, it is 10 Newton, and Q force makes an angle with 60 degree to the resultant force. I told always resultant force of two perpendicular forces, it is between two forces. Okay, this is the resultant force. The resultant force and Q force make 60 degree force, Newton, the angle. The magnitude of the Q force is, the magnitude of the Q force is, okay, what is the method now? Okay, do you remember? Do you remember? We found method to calculate the angle, see, to calculate the angle of two forces. Do you remember? This is the P and this is a Q. If you don't know this angle, this is R. We have equation to find the angle. By this angle, we got the direction of resultant force. Do you remember this equation? I got tan theta equal. I told you can consider this force system as a rectangle. Then opposite over adjacent. Opposite side equal to P, right? P over Q. Then tan theta equal tan inverse P over Q, right? Tan inverse P over Q. Now this is the method. Now the same method you can substitute into this method. Now I am going to complete this system as a rectangle. Now it is a rectangle. Okay, now I'm going to use opposite over adjacent. I'm going to use trigonometry ratio for this right angle triangle. Now it is right angle triangle. Now it is right angle triangle. Opposite over adjacent. Opposite over adjacent. Opposite always P, right? Tan theta equal. Clearly understand tan theta equal opposite. Opposite can be. This is a rectangle. Therefore, opposite sides equal. No? Opposite side make may angle again. May side again. This is opposite side. This if it is rectangle, this side equal to P. Then it is P over Q. Adjacent P Q, right? Adjacent side Q. Tan theta equal tan 60 equal tan theta equal opposite over Q. Adjacent. Now tan 60 mean tan theta. Tan 60. Tan theta mean tan 60. P equal 10. Now you can calculate Q. Q equal 10 tan 60. What's the tan 60 value? What's the tan 60 value? Yes, tan 30 equal 1 over root 3, tan 60 root 3. Then it is root 3. 10 root 3 is the value. No root answers, then I have to multiply. Q equal 10 into root 3. What's the root 3 value? Sorry. Mistake. I want to isolate Q. Q equal 10 over tan 60 root 3. Cross multiplication. 10 over root 3. Okay, use calculators and send your answers. 10 over root 3. Ten over root 3. 5.8. The 5.77. Yes, approximately 5.8, right? 5.8. Very good. 5.8. Yeah. Please clearly note down. They are the exam type question. Most probably 2026, this question is there. Samia understood? Rehlan? Who correct this question? You correct this one. Perfect. Good. Perfect. Okay. Theory question. Consider the following statement regarding moments of force and couple of force. Moment of force and couple of force. Initially, I explained about what's the difference between moment of force and couple of force. Moment of force means the ability of any object rotate around fixed point. Rotate in ability. That's a moment of force. What's the meaning of couple of force? Like water tap. Two forces acting along opposite direction, same magnitude, two lines. Okay. Balam, the magnitude of moment of force. Sorry, the magnitude of the moment of force depend on the point at which the moment is taken. What? The magnitude of the moment of force, okay, depends on the point at which the moment is taken. Is it correct? Is it correct? True or false? Statement A. True, definitely it is true. Okay. First of all, understand. Don't panic in exam time. Okay, if you don't have perfect practice, you will be panic. හරිද මේක හරියට ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරලා යන්න ඕනේ. From next week I hope to give you 5-hour papers in 2 days, same as exam, and give you perfect experience in exam. එතකොට අපි exams ඒ වගේ same type exam we doing more than 10 exams from February, starting from February. Then A level is just another paper on. It's a simple paper. Okay. Yeah, the moment. Yeah, this is a moment of force. Think this is the rotational point. This is applied force. This is applied force. It's F. This is the moment O. Now the statement A, the magnitude of the moment of force depends on the point which the moment is taken. Yes, always F into D. F into D, think F equal 10 Newton, and it is 5 meters, the distance 5 meter. Think this distance D equal 5 meter. Think if you got moment of force around 1 meter distance, it is 10 Newton meter. If you got 2 meter distance, it is 20 Newton meter. 30 Newton, 30 meter, it is 30 Newton. 40 meter, it is 40 meter. Newton meter. 50, it's depend on the distance, right? Depend on the point we take the moment of force. Yes, it is definitely true. It depends. It depends. Definitely true. The magnitude of the force, sorry, the magnitude of the moment of couple of force, moment of couple of force depends on the point which the moment is taken. What do you think? What do you think? Is it true? It's false. Definitely it's false. Why? The moment of couple of force mean like water tap, like a steering wheel. Two forces acting along opposite direction with same magnitude. FF is a distance. The rotational point, it's not affecting. Always we got to calculate, always we got the distance between two forces. Distance between two forces. Then make opening rotate not, it's not a factor. We got the full distance. Therefore, it's not, it's wrong. Definitely wrong. Okay, final one. The magnitude of the moment of couple of forces is equal to the product of the magnitude of one force and the perpendicular distance between two forces. Definitely. I given the magnitude of the moment of couple of force. Moment of couple is equal to the product mean multiplication, magnitude of one force and the perpendicular distance between two forces. Okay, this is the definition of moment of couple of force. Definitely it's correct. A and C correct. Which are true? A and C only. Answer number 4. Okay, if you want anything, you can note down. Question number 11. I can give you 30 seconds. Tenth question. Okay. Question number 12. Okay, I'll give you break 15 minutes after complete 15 questions. An object is in equilibrium where three forces act on it. Yes, last week we already discussed. An object is in equilibrium when three forces act on it. Three forces act on same point, act on same object. Consider the following expression. Three forces must meet at one point. Not required. Not required. An object is in equilibrium, that means balance, when three forces act on it. Yes, consider the following expressions. The three forces must meet at one point. See, three forces must meet at one point, not must. See, now three forces, this is an object. This is an object. 5 Newton, 2 Newton, and 3 Newton. Now it's already equilibrium, right? No need to meet at one point. It's not compulsory. It's not compulsory. See? Ten Newton, 5 Newton, 5 Newton. It's equilibrium. මෙහෙමත් පුළුවන්. Think it is F1, F2, F3, equilibrium. It can be meet on one point or not. It's not a problem. But balance mean, but it don't have resultant force. If it is resultant force 0 or 0, it's balance. Understood? It don't need to meet on one point. Not compulsory. Not compulsory. Wrong. They not must. Due to this word, it's wrong. Not must. The three forces must be parallel to each other. No need parallel, no? Not must. Parallel. If it is parallel, it's balance, okay. But this one, not parallel. Not parallel to each other, but it is possible to balance. Possible to balance. So the result of the moment of force about any point must be 0. Yes. Then very good. This is a final point is correct. Because the result force of any point, it is 0. The result of momentum, yes, the result of moment is any point, it's 0, only 0. If you have any doubt, please ask. The results of movement of any point, it's 0. Okay, what is the main requirements? What's the main requirement? The results of any point 0 and result force 0. Result force 0 and the result of any point 0. That's the other requirement for equilibrium. Result force 0 and result of moment of force should be 0 Newton meter. The other requirement, result of moment of force is 0 and result force 0 if it is balanced. Okay, question number 12, answer number 3. Consider the following statement about certain mass. An object is remain at rest. No resultant force is applied. Okay, what do you think? The object is remain at rest. Remain rest means Newton's which given law ekada? Sarmiya? An object remains rest. Mithujan? and object remain rest, then what is the Newton's law? Then first law, very good. Its first law, an object remain rest, no resultant force applied definitely. I told rest objects are balanced, right? Rest objects are balanced. Balance mean what? No resultant force. Balance. Rest objects are balanced. Balance mean no resultant force, no unbalanced force. Correct. A force must be applied to change the direction of motion. A force must be applied to change the direction of motion. Yes, if you want to change the direction, we have to apply force. It's correct. The resultant force is inversely proportional to the rate of change of momentum. Okay, what do you think? Final point. Dihini, is it correct? It's wrong. Can you correct this statement? Yeah, it's wrong due to one word. Can you correct this word? Correct. Can you correct this statement? Very good. It is directly proportional. This is the second method we can explain the Newton's second law. I explained in the lesson. The resultant force is directly proportional, not inversely, directly proportional. This word is a problem to the rate of change of momentum. It's wrong. Answer number A and B. True statements. A and B. Answer number 5. Answer number 5. Okay, clear? Any doubt? Yeah, I explained Newton's second law in two forms, right? Acceleration methods and it should be resultant force to change the direction of motion. Yeah, force must be applied to change the direction of motion. Yeah, it's no problem. Force, no? Uh, no, it's a model paper question. They give an answer as 5. No, think this object is moving into this direction. Think 10 Newton and 5 Newton That's why it's accelerating to this direction. Me thought. Yeah, your point also correct, but yeah, it's a problem. It has a problem. Now, force applied, yes, force apply current or make up a direction. If you want to change this direction into this direction, yes, force need to apply, but it should be, if it is most accurate, it should be resultant force. Resultant force. But I got this question. Yeah, they have got this answer. Yeah, your point is correct. I agree with you. But for this question, answer is 5. Yeah, මෙතන resultant force කියලා තිබ්බනම් if it is given resultant force, it's more correct. Okay, then it's more accurate if it is given resultant force. Yes, that's true. But force also not wrong. We can't say it's wrong. It's optional. Let's go to question number 14. It is not possible for the resultant force of two forces of, I think this answer is clear. First one 2 Newton, second one 4 Newton, third one, they are the answer numbers. Third one 3.5 Newtons, fourth one 10.5 Newton, fifth one 11.1 Newton. Okay. It is not possible for the resultant force of two forces of 5 Newton and 6 Newton. 5 Newton and 6 Newton. Okay, that point I already explained in theory lessons. Resultant of two forces, remember, resultant of two forces. Remember, maximum resultant of two forces. Now 5 Newton and 6 Newton. Am I correct? 5 Newton and 6 Newton. 5 Newton and 6 Newton. Remember, maximum, now by these two forces, maximum resultant force while they act towards the same direction, 5 Newton and 6 Newton. Then what is the resultant force? Maximum resultant force, remember, it is 11 Newton. The maximum resultant force 11 Newton. What is the minimum resultant force? Minimum resultant force, two force acting along opposite direction. That is a minimum resultant force. That's a minimum resultant force. It's 6 minus 5, it is 1 Newton is a minimum resultant force. Minimum resultant force. That's a theory. The maximum resultant force of two forces, they acting along same direction. What's the minimum resultant force of any two forces? They acting along opposite direction. They always, the resultant force, then අපි ගත්තොත් these 5 Newton and 6 Newton act along perpendicular directions. Its resultant force between 11 and 1. If you got 60 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, different 180 degree, whatever. 180 degree mean opposite direction, 120 degree. If you got any angle, it is answer always 11 and 1. Udanya, clear? 11 and 1. හරිද? ඒගොල්ල හැම වෙලාවෙම මේ මොන මෙතඩ් එකකට ගත්තත් the resultant force of these two force, the given two force, it's always 11 and 1 between maximum and minimum. Okay, now you can select answers between 11 and 5. Sorry, 1 and, okay, what is the maximum? 11. 5 plus 6. What's the minimum? 1. 2, okay. acceptable because between 1 and 11. 4 also okay. 3.5 okay. 10.5 okay. But 11.5 out of range. Answer number 5. Who correct this one? Good. Dihini, correct? Oh, this is a short method. Okay. Like ඔක්කොම හොයන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. Maximum, minimum. You can select maximum, minimum. Then you can get the very good Samya. Always any angle, if you got result force of any angle of this 5 and 6, always it's 11 and 1. But 11.1 is not possible. Alright. Yeah, final question before break. When a force of 1000 Newton is applied along inclined plane to keep rest. Yeah, that's the most important word. When a force of 1000 Newton is applied along the inclined plane to keep rest, a mass of 5 kilogram placed on a at an angle 30 degree. This angle 30 degree to the horizontal level. The friction force acting between the inclined plane and the object is. The question asks, what is the friction force? What's the friction force? Hurry. First, you need to understand this question. When a force of 1000 Newton applied along the inclined plane, this is the question. This is the inclined plane. Inclined plane කියන්නේ අපි කියන එකට ආනත තලයක් කියන. Inclined plane. This is the ground level. This is the object. This object keep raised due to this applied 1000 Newton force into opposite upward direction along the plane. Hari. The object mass 5 kilogram. 5 kilogram is the mass. 5 kilogram is the mass. The friction force so it is 100 Newton. 100 Newton. Inclined plane to keep the rest. Keep rest. Okay, if it is keep rest, what is the requirement? Make a rest එකේ තියෙන්නේ නම් ඒ කියන්නේ මෙයා not moving. What is the requirement? Sarmya, what is the requirement? It should be balanced or unbalanced? Balance. Very good. Yeah, balance in if it is balanced, upward force 100. Okay, 100 Newton upward force act towards along the plane. At the 100 Newton upward force act along the plane. Okay, how about the friction force direction? Can anyone send me? How about the friction force direction? Now, applied force into upward direction along the plane. Dehini, what is the friction force direction? Yes, very good. Opposite to 100 Newton. That means downward along the plane. This blue color one is the friction force. I will name at F dash for identify F dash. This is a friction force. This is a friction force. If it is balance, what is the requirement? No resultant forces. If it is balanced, no resultant force. If it is rest, it should be balanced. If it is balanced, no resultant forces. Okay. Now, oh, what happened? Okay. What is a force? What is a weight direction? This is a weight. Think this is a weight of the object. I will mark it is 50 Newton. 50 Newton is a weight. 50 Newton is a weight. Okay. 50 Newton is a weight. I told weight always act. But if it is placed in any direction, the weight act to the gravity direction. Weight act to the gravity direction. It is 50 degree. 50 Newton, sorry. 50 Newton. Okay, now you can understand this weight and ground level, it should have 90 degree. Now it is 30 degree. Now you can see it is a right angle triangle. Now can you tell what is this angle? Can you send me what is this angle? This green color angle? Samya? Definitely it is 60. It's 60 degree. 60 degree. Okay, now I am going to along right side direction, sorry, along upward direction. මෙහෙට තියෙන්නේ 100 Newton. 100 Newton. Into downward, how many forces? Into downward, F dash තියෙනවා. Already F dash, friction force, F dash plus there is force component act by this weight that we called as 50 cos 60 because we can resolve that one into මෙයාගේ direction එකට. It is 50 cos 60. 50 cos 60. Now, if it is rest, it is balanced, no resultant force. Resultant force නැති වෙන නම් මේ දෙන equal වෙන්න ඕන. Okay, then 100 Newton equal F dash cos 60 half, no? Then it is 25 plus 25 Newton. මෙයා මෙහෙට ගේන්නේ F dash equal 75 Newton is the answer. Answer number 5. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can ask. Who correct this? Okay. Hari. Yeah, you are correct, Dihini. Uh, if it is rest, that means balance, no? If it is balance, upward forces මෙහෙට along the plane, upward forces should equal to the downward forces. That's the theory. Into upward, it's only 100 Newton. But into downward, two forces. Friction force and force component with coming by weight. Understood? Your point is correct. If there are no any force component act to, by the only 100 Newton, it's only friction force. You are correct. But into downward, two forces. Are you good? There is force component act by weight. Yes. They are exam type question. It is a model paper question. This is a model paper question. 15 model paper question. Then model paper questions. Okay. Okay. The same question, same type question. This is past paper question. Okay, that's a good practice, this paper. Okay, let's meet. Okay, now 8:42. Okay, how many minutes you want? 10 minutes. Okay, let's start. We have 10 more questions. No? Hari, අපි පැයින් කරමු. Let's meet 8, no, 9. You have 15 minutes. Okay, take a break and join 9 for discuss past paper questions based on force lesson. Take a break and join again. Okay, question number 16. Question number 16. Okay, we have more 10 questions. 10 more questions. They all are past paper questions. Metherin passe තියෙන past paper questions. As I think this is 2015. A uniform wooden beam AB is placed horizontally. AB is placed horizontally. Yes, AB is a horizontal rod. Yes, this is AB. AB horizontal rod. This is the rod. Horizontally on two vertical supports X and Y. Yes, this is the two vertical supports shown in the figure. X is fixed. This one fixed. We cannot move anywhere. Y is moved towards the X. Yes, Y is moving to X, towards the X. The value of normal reaction. What's the meaning of normal reaction? Can you send another name for, optional name for normal reaction? Normal reaction. How we discussed in the lesson. The normal reaction. Samia? Another name? Dehini? Normal reaction? What? That's capital R. What is this? No, not weight. The normal reaction means just perpendicular reaction, right? Same thing. Normal reaction or perpendicular reaction. This is a perpendicular reaction. The weight is not equal to no perpendicular reaction. Okay, weight is a thing. If it is object, weight is mg. This is a reaction force. It is a, this is a perpendicular reaction. Okay, Rx and Ry, the perpendicular reaction of Rx, perpendicular reaction of Y support, it is Ry. From X and Y support respectively on the beam. Okay, how to change it when the Y is up, Y support move into X direction. Okay, now tell me practically, now they are the supports, right? They are the two supports. Okay, think this is the rod. Okay, I'm going to this Y support, I'm going to move into this direction. Now what happened actually? What happened? The weight act on this side. Weight take a value. The weight is increasing. The weight act on this side increasing. My right side. Okay, right side weight increasing. That's the perpendicular reaction increasing. But when my left side hand weight decreasing, right? Decreasing, that perpendicular reaction decreasing. Okay, then Rx decreasing. Rx decreasing, and the weight act on Y beam, Y support increasing, that means perpendicular reaction increase. It is practical question, answer number 1. Answer number 1, very simple. Answer number 1. On Y support decreasing, perpendicular reaction, that means weight acting on X beam, X support decrease, that type perpendicular reaction decreasing, the Ry increasing. Answer number 1. Question number 17. A man mover mean grass cutting machine at a constant velocity. Constant velocity mean uniform velocity. Okay, if it is uniform velocity, what is it balanced or unbalanced? Uniform velocity mean balance or unbalanced? Yes, very good. It's already balanced. Newton's first law. No any unbalanced force. Hari ඔක්කොම මතක් වෙන්න ඕනේ දැන් මේ වචනෙන්. හරිද? Yeah. If you have this much knowledge, it's perfect. Okay. Constant velocity mean uniform velocity. Uniform velocity object balance. Balance mean Newton's first law. Newton's first law mean it don't have unbalanced force. Have it? It don't have unbalanced force. Okay. As shown in the figure, the friction force on the lawn mower is 90 Newton. The friction force on the lawn mower is 90 Newton. This one 90 Newton. Now the person push into this direction. Now the resistance force, friction force act towards the opposite direction is 90 Newton. The force that the person must exert on the handle, which makes an angle 45 degree with the ground. Yes, it's 45 degree with the ground. And the normal force acting on the lawn mower from the ground are respectively. Okay, the force and perpendicular reaction is asking, or normal reaction is asking. Normal force. The force that the person must exert on the handle and the perpendicular reaction is asked. I'm going to draw this figure, this lawn mower on my board. Okay, clearly understand. Okay, this is the horizontal path. This is the lawn mower. This is the lawn mower. It's 180 Newton. 180 Newton means how about the 18 kilogram? The weight equal 180 Newton. That's the weight. Okay, the weight. And F force apply on the handle with 45 degrees. With 45 degrees. With 45 degrees. With 45 degrees. And the friction force act in opposite direction, F dash equal 90 degrees. F dash equal 90 degrees. Okay, first of all, I can see the weight equal 180 Newton. If it is constant or if it is balanced, now perpendicular reaction, no need to calculate, it's 180 Newton. Okay, now I got first answer, perpendicular reaction 180 Newton. That's a one answer. But that is not enough. I have to calculate F also. How to get F? If it is balanced, now force I can resolve it into horizontal direction. Now two forces acting along opposite direction. No, two forces acting along opposite direction. Sorry, it is pushing to this direction. Two forces acting along opposite direction, right? Now 90. If it is balanced, if it is constant velocity, that means balanced. No, 19 Newton, 90 Newton equal to the F cos 45. F cos 45. 90 Newton equal to F multiplied by cos 45. It is given, cos 45 given 1/2. 1 over root 2. Right. Now you can isolate the f. F equal 90 root 2. 90 root 2. Understood? Dihini? Amina? Joel? Okay. Now perpendicular reaction 180 and 90 root 2 is the force. It's asking respectively. That means force and normal reaction, right? Force and normal reaction. Force 90 root 2 and perpendicular reaction 180. Answer number 2. Answer number 2. Very simple application question. Question number 18, very simple. Question number 18, very simple. It has a mistake. There's a problem. Let's try to get this. No, no problem. We can see the question. A uniform force of 45 Newton applied to a bicycle panel. Yes, 45 Newton applied to a bicycle panel is as in the figure. If the length of the panel is 26 centimeter, right? The torque applied on the ship, I told this torque equal to moment of force. Okay, the torque mean moment of force. Now then you can get the torque equal moment of force multiplied by the distance, force multiplied by the perpendicular distance between force and the force and the fixed point. Okay, this is a fixed point. This is a fixed point. This is a fixed point. And how about the distance? 26 centimeters. 26 centimeters. And its perpendicular force 45 Newton. Now 45 Newton multiplied by the 26 centimeters, 26 over 100. Okay, can you send the answer? (45 into 26). Yes, it is 11.7. Good. 11.7. Newton meter is the moment of force and torque units. Okay, that's the answer for question number 18. Answer number 3. Okay, let's move into question. Yeah, again, same type question, very easy. 20 Newton meter torque is needed to tighten nut. The vehicle nut a wrench, that means spanner is of length 20 centimeter is used for this purpose as shown in the figure. What is the minimum force should be applied into the handle of the wrench? It is torque equal FRO, applied force into distance, right? FR kilogram applied force, both same, right? Applied force we don't know. 20 Newton meter required. Torque. And what is the distance? What is the radius? It's 20 centimeter, 20 over 100. 5, 1 over 5. It is 100 Newton required. F 100 Newton required. Answer number 4. Question number 19, answer number 4. Very simple. Question number 19, answer number 4. Okay, again, same type, very simple question. Two hands of motors apply an opposite force of 10 Newton each of the steering wheel. It is a steering wheel. Then what is the force system? It's a couple of force. Two forces acting along opposite directions, same magnitude in two lines. If the circumference of the steering wheel is 1.2 meter, what is the moment of couple? It's a good question. Now this is a steering wheel. Okay, this is steering wheel. This is the steering wheel. Okay, now 10 Newton, 10 Newton, couple of force acting. Then circumference given, circumference equal 1.2 meters. Circumference, it's a circle, 2 pi r. Then you can get circumference 1.2 meter equal to phi value. Is it given phi value? Phi equal 3. Phi equal 3 into r, we don't know. Okay, 1.2 meter equal 2 into 3. 0.2 as I think. Amina? One point two into 6. It's 0.2, right? Yes, 12 over 16, that means 1 over 5, 0.2 meters. 0.2 meters. Now radius 0.2 meters. Now what is the distance between, what is the gap between two forces? 0.2 into 0.2, it is 0.4, right? Diameter. Diameter is a now you can get the moment of couple of force, our basic equation. Moment of couple of force equal if into distance, one force, that means 10 into distance between two force, 0.4. It is 40 Newton meter. 40 Newton meter. Please note down all the steps. 40 Newton meter. 4. 0.4. Sorry. 4. 4 Newton meter. Answer number 1. Quickly note down. Are you sleepy? Don't sleep. Till 9:20. At what time do you sleep? Uh, that depends. Sometime 12. Uh, that one also you have to practice. Or if you want to sleep, you can't sleep. Okay, quickly complete. We have more 5 questions. No? Hi. Yeah, most important 5 questions, I think. Okay, quickly complete. Okay, what to do? Make it a tick time. This they are very important 5 questions. What to do? Discuss now or discuss Sunday. We have 6 more questions. We need more 30 minutes for this one. This 6 questions. Okay, what to do? Today or Sunday? Now you are tired, no? Okay, now tired. Okay, if you want, I will send you final 6 question answers into Go. Then you can check your MCQ marks. Check and let's do this because these final 6 questions very important. You can again try those questions. Yeah, they are very good questions. මේවා තමයි exam එකේ definitely exam questions. Exam type questions. The final question also very important. We need more time for discuss. I think discuss those questions. Okay, let's start 21st question. Sunday 2 p.m. Okay, do we have today we discussed 20 questions from basic level. Everything I explained, moment of force, couple of force, everything, the balance system, unbalanced system, result force, perpendicular reaction, everything I explained. I hope you got a lot of things about force lesson. You have to know if you now you can measure your force understanding. Okay, now you know 20 questions. Who got at least now method 20 questions mean 19 questions, no? That we discussed. We discussed only 20, right? 20. That means 19 questions. Who correct at least 17 questions? Count your correct marks. 17 at least 60. Okay. බලන්න ඔයාලගේ හරි ගාන 19 වලින් at least 15. No anyone? Okay, send your correct marks. Dehini, what's the marks? Okay. Rehan, you can again go to 13, no? Okay. Go to again wrong questions. 13 means 6 questions wrong. Amina? Joel? Salmia? 16, very good. 16, perfect. Salmia? 11. Okay. Go through again those questions. Api 20ක් කරා. No, 19 questions we discussed. You can go through again and find your mistakes, and I think you can correct. You have enough time. Okay, let's meet. Let's start 21st question, Sunday. Let's meet Sunday 2 p.m. Goodbye. Good night.